Not all scouts are created equal. We aren't all 20,000 mile away rock snipers. If you saw my rifleman video, you saw some PTFO scout gameplay where I was using the Gewehr M95 and the Russian 1895. And while those are both awesome rifles and a lot of fun, we now have a new king of aggressive scout gameplay, the Martini Henry. So you probably already heard a lot about this rifle, and maybe even unlocked it if you've ranked up your scout class to rank 10. But man, this gun is a beast. With a one-hit kill sweet spot starting at 30 meters all the way out to 80 meters, it becomes a monster at medium to range, which is the range you'll encounter probably 90% of your gunfights. So this video will show you how I like to run the Martini Henry, and what tips I use to succeed with this as an aggressive, jump on the point scout player. My loadout is pretty straightforward. For my sidearm, I love the Frommer Stop. This little gun has such a high rate of fire that once you switch to it, you just spam the hip fire as fast as possible. You can use any of the pistols you prefer, but for me, the Frommer Stop is more forgiving if you miss, because of that sweet rate of fire. In extreme close quarters, the Martini Henry only does 90 damage, so you'll need what I like to call the Frommer Stop Shuffle, where you hit the enemy for the 90 damage, then quickly switch out to your pistol, and hit them once to finish the job. If you're quick and a little lucky, you can even beat assault players with this finishing move, which is so satisfying. Then for gadgets, I run the Spot Flare. I think this is becoming more and more popular because people are finally seeing how crazy useful this gadget is. Before jumping on any points, I'll fire off my flare to get a 360 view of the objective and any enemies that might be hanging around. There's nothing worse than contesting a point but having no idea where the enemy is, so popping flares is an easy way to get the advantage. Plus, spot flares are even useful for lighting people on fire, warning you if someone is coming up on your position, and of course for blocking doorways. Aside from the flare, you can roll whatever you like, but I'm a big fan of the incendiary trip mines. For whatever reason, DICE decided to give you 2 in the newest patch, which I think is crazy. So now you can rush a flag, hole up in a building, and cover 2 separate doorways with these 2 trip mines. While they aren't insta-kills, they are a great warning device because enemies take at the very least 30 to 50 damage before going prone to put out the fire. And by then you can just blast them away with a 90 damage Martini shot anyways. Basically, if you can weaken the enemy to below 90 health, you win in CQC engagements. Pick whatever melee weapon you want. Even the knife can be good to quickly finish a wounded target because of the fast attack speed. You can use the hatchet for breaking barbed wire or wood, or I think I run the Bartek bludgeon just because I finally finished that puzzle. It's really personal preference. From there, it's all about picking your shots. Some have said the Martini Henry is a skill cannon, but I don't really think so, because even if it takes a few shots to land that hit, the massive sweet spot range will still mean you're dropping enemies all over the place. Sure, the reload is a pain, and you'll want to use positioning and cover to your advantage, but if anyone comes in front of your sights, there's going to be a good chance you'll win that gunfight. I've even brazenly went head-to-head with other scouts and took my time to line up my shot, even letting them shoot first and hitting me. I know I'll kill them in one hit, and that will leave me with 15 to 20 health left. It's not necessarily smart because headshots are a thing, and I've certainly paid for it. But damn if it doesn't feel badass taking a bullet to the chest and then still ending your opponent. For your grenade, it's just up to personal preference again. If you don't want to feel useless against tanks, obviously the light AT grenade is nice to have. But I personally like to run smokes. Getting 2 smoke grenades lets you get out of bad situations where 2 or 3 enemies overrun your position. The Martini Henry is not the most forgiving weapon in that regard, so there is value in, let's call it, tactical retreating. So, when you approach the objective, this is what you do. You pop your flares to gain the map knowledge. Then, when you get within that sweet spot range and see an enemy, I personally really like to hit a quick spot to highlight them. I'm not a huge fan of 3D spotting. I do like hardcore quite a bit. But it helps immensely with the Martini Henry's slow rate of fire and the variable weather effects, which can make tracking enemies a little difficult. But when you light them up with a spot, it feels like I have all the time in the world to line up the perfect shot and get that one-hit kill. With the power of the Martini Henry, the super aggressive playstyle it allows, and the amazingly satisfying sound of this gun, it is quickly becoming my favorite scout weapon. I encourage everyone to work through the ranks to unlock it and give it a go. Hopefully these tips can help you wreck the battlefield with this monster. If you like this video and want to see some more, I'll be working on some new content. No idea what yet, but certainly like and subscribe if you'd like to see some more Battlefield 1, and maybe some Siege gameplay depending on if we play some more of this new DLC. Alright guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.
We are losing objective Charlie.
Das ist ein feindlicher Sturmsoldat! Da drüben, schwer!
We have taken objective butter.
Sturmsoldat! Behaltet ihn im Auge! Ein Speer! Sanitäter! Da! Panzer gesichtet, aufpassen! Sturmsoldat gesichtet!